Nothing we say is investment advice. Please pause on all 3 pages of this disclaimer and read it. Hey everybody, welcome to a special edition of Algo Factory, where you get to see me coach one of our best traders, Micko. He is a consistently profitable trader, was running into some issues, and so I get to pretty quickly identify what those issues are, help him through it, and then we actually help him build an algo. So in this video, you get to see a new algo built. As well, in the description, there is a free algo. If you click on that, that's a very short video where I build a very simple algo. You get to see me build it, see how I do it, see me turn it into code, because once you turn it into code, you can turn it into an AI trading bot. So agentic AI trading, and this is the core of that, right? And I also show you the tools that traders use to connect that trading bot to their broker so it can trade when they're not even at the computer. Of course, you have to optimize the code for that. All of that said, we're going to jump right into the coaching. So here we go.
Yep, there's your GBP JPY. Oh yeah, there's that 54. So I'm using the VWAP now as well. Lately I've been using the VWAP. Seems to be pretty good, the VWAP. I like it.
And they say you're not supposed to use anything volume related in Forex, but I find it working fine, so I don't know what's going on. What you got there at the bottom? Is that SMI?
The bottom is the one that you told me about. Stochastics?
Momentum.
Yep,
index.
That's the one that you told me about probably 2 months ago or something like that. And the other one I got from you guys as well, which is, what's that? I think it's the ADX. Let me have a look.
ADX, yeah.
ADX and where's the other one?
You have the ADX plus DI, it looks like. Directional indicator.
Oh, here we go. They're all there now. So yeah. ADX, DI. Yep, and DI. I don't know if that's any good.
Yeah, the DI is all right. I don't use it, but
I was about to say it's not very useful. Whenever I do use it, it's like, nah, nothing special.
It lags.
Same. Yeah, it does a hell of a lot. IFT, inverse Fisher, transform, SMI. That's this middle one.
Oh, middle's SMI?
Yes, inverse Fisher, transform or whatever it is, SMI.
Okay.
That's kind of one I got from the dollar vigilante guys, the crypto vigilante guys, but it's not the same one they use. I could tell already. It's not the same one, but I thought I'll give it a go anyway. They use a different one, inverse Fisher. Yeah, but it's not the same one they use, but I've left it on there anyway. Maybe I should get rid of it. So, yeah, I don't really use too many. I still look at these bottom indicators, especially the stochastics is pretty good. That I'm finding is actually quite helpful.
Okay.
These other two at the top, not so much. The ADX, yeah, it helps a little bit. It does help a little bit. Other than that, I'm liking the VWAP. And, you know, mate, I do a lot of candle theory, I suppose. That's probably another way to do it. Supports, resistance, that type of stuff.
I think candle theory is going to be the quickest, the most responsive.
Yeah. So I don't exactly have a set way of trading. Like you always say about the algos, yeah, get your set way of trading. 100% of the time, do that. I'm just all over the place for that.
When you're going to have trouble predicting your profitability. So I think before, when you were more profitable, you were trading on the bigger screen. You were trading the same way at that time, right? Like all your trades were the same.
Pretty much. Yes, they were. Definitely. That's what I noticed as well. Look, for example, when I just looked at this, what is the 30-minute? Let me go like this. Where is it? I boxed it all up, my NASDAQ. Where is it?
You boxed it? What?
No, boxed it all up. As in I had a good look and I thought, okay, what did I used to do when I was here? This is today, just before I jumped on with you. Because I ended up getting the long. I was basically 10 points off the long, off the bottom of the NASDAQ, just before it started pumping. So I was short it all the way down. Then I thought, it's time to turn around. And I had a couple of zones. But here it is. If I'm going to long, it's going to be here. So I ended up getting like 10 points off the bottom. I caught the long basically, right on the bottom, pretty much the exact bottom. And I got out way too early, of course, because I was just on the laptop. Then I looked at it today and I thought, okay, I haven't really looked at this in ages. Let me zoom out of this and I'll show you what I mean. Just me doing the old school. Remember how I used to do the volume thing, that little volume trick?
Yeah.
Just here, basically. Look at that. If I was actually sitting in front of my laptop, I would have seen this. What am I shorting for?
Yeah,
Right there's that's that first box right there. Could have got another long there. I've been shorting, and just getting creamed. Once I put these boxes in, it just came so much clearer to me. Then look at that. Could have just gone long all the way up. Well, still stay long. Oh, here's another entry here. Instead of going short again. Nah, could have gone long again. Here.
Yeah, let me
the last one, long again.
Let me ask you some questions here, Mick. So you wanted to meet today, and are you looking to kind of right the ship? Is that why why we're talking?
Oh, mate, probably some psychological help. Even help me rewrite how I'm trading and stuff like that.
When I mean right the ship, I don't mean like write it WRIT. I mean write the ship as in put it in the proper direction. Because I'll make it really simple for you. You're not on the computer, you're not on the big screen, and you're adding indicators. You had a successful method before, and you were profitable, and you were doing the same thing every time back in those days. So, what I would do with that, this is a very typical thing for traders. They want to be more profitable. You want to get more trades. You know what I mean? Like, so you start to change what you're doing. Now I'm not saying you can't change what you're doing, but you need to sandbox it. So if you're going to do something new, like what you were doing before was well tested. You spent a lot of time learning how to trade using the price action, using the volume. You had a whole method and it was working for you, right? So what you need to do is to redeploy that old method whilst you develop a new method in the background. You cannot, because the new stuff that you're doing with the SMI and, all that, like VWAP, even the VWAP, even though it's helping you, like all the new stuff needs to come off the screen when you're trading. Right. So trade like you used to trade. Use the method that you know works. And then you go ahead and test that method, right? You test it in the background, and that takes a long time. You got to back test it. You got to go back 200 times to whatever that method is in the historical charts. You have to test it 200 times. And then once you have something that's viably profitable, then you forward test it, but it's got to be separate from what you're trading that works. You have two separate algorithms, two separate methodologies, and you got to sandbox them.
All right. So one could probably be like the volume, candlestick theory, all that type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one could probably be using the VWAP, I suppose.
Yeah. And this is, you wanted some psychological help today.
Yes.
And so,
because mate, one weakness I do have, I've been saying it for ages, where I've been losing a shitload of money is I kind of get like a directional bias sometimes. Oh, it's going to be short. And even sometimes I'll look back at the chart after I shorted and go, this is a long. What am I going short for? And then, it's going to reject, so I'll go short again. Get stopped out automatically, short again. Get stopped out there, short again. Get stopped out there, short again. But I could get fucking stopped out about 10 times in a row going short, and it's just like, what the fuck am I doing?
Did that happen before when you were trading with just the volume method and the price action?
No, not so much.
So this is the thing, like we go down these rabbit holes, and the problem that you have is that you're adding new dimensions to your trading that haven't been tested.
Yeah.
You're literally adding new parts to a machine, and you have no idea how those parts operate. That's a problem. I mean, think of it from a mechanical standpoint.
I'm just flying blind, basically.
You're flying blind. Yeah, yep. That's no bueno. Like you need to strip all that. You go back to the way that you were trading. Trade the old way, and that's how you're going to pull money in. Now, if you want to develop something new in the background, it has to be sandboxed. It has to be in the background.
Yep. Yeah, because I've been thinking about using AI lately. Been hearing a lot about Claude. Integrate Claude into TradingView and stuff like that. So I think maybe I might have to, if I'm going to do that, maybe have to do a separate account just for that.
Well, you just do a separate map. You know how to make a different layout, right?
Yeah.
Just do a separate layout. Like For
Yeah,
example,
copy
let
that,
me
I
show you
suppose.
my,
Yep.
let me share my screen for you. Hold on.
Nice.
Do me a favor and unshare.
Okay, unshare. So share. Just say stop sharing.
Yeah, stop share.
Yep. All good now?
Yeah, all good now.
Yep.
You should see my screen at this point.
Yeah.
Do you see my screen?
Yes, I do. Yep.
Well, it looks like our trade's working out, first of all.
Yep.
Right?
Damn it. I
That's
didn't
good.
get onto that.
I don't know that it's going to make it past this low, so I'm going to have to, be a little bit careful. In fact, I think now is the time to stop to entry because it broke. Let me zoom in. We'll talk a little bit about this trade right now.
Yep.
Okay.
I didn't get into that. They're just talking and everything. At the
That's
moment,
all right.
I want to focus on this. Like I said, I've been getting pounded lately, so I need to get back to reality.
Yeah. We gotta right the ship. But if you take a look here, you can see that this particular candle has broken below this candle, right? And there's like 30 seconds left in this 5 minutes. So it's already pretty much broken below this kind of local low. So I don't mind, as a safety measure, putting the stop to the entry, right? Now we're pure profit and it's going to go or not. Now, as of now, this was already, just as I have it here, a 2-to-1. And this is your kind of trade, my friend.
Yep.
Right. I designed this. It just so happened, but I picked it. Just because you're here, this is a great example of the way you could trade. Well, this broke and closed. Now that it's a new candle, this current candle is both lower low and lower close than prior. So stop to entry was the right choice. Now I may stop out and I won't make any money, and that's fine. But I may also go to my target. Now, what I can do is, of course, as price approaches this target, and it's designed to front run the bottom of this low. We might not even make it that far. Looks like we're going to stop out.
Yeah, same. Always.
Yeah, even though it's still in profit, I stopped out because the spread. So fine, trade's over.
Yeah. All good.
That's all right. No loss.
So you go straight to stop pretty quick then, by the looks of it.
Yeah,
as in straight to break even pretty quick.
It's just right. Yeah, that's how I do it.
I'll let mine run a little bit more, but that's probably a better way to do it. I just find, geez, you get stopped out so many times by doing that when you put it too quick. But I suppose it's a better way of saving your money, I suppose.
Well, it'll save you money, but here's the way you got to look at it. Like when you trade like this and you've measured it in the past, did moving your stop save you money or lose you money? Did you make more money in the long run letting it run? Or did you make more money being careful? And that's the only way you can know that is by going back through time. Now, I can run this back to where it was before and see what happens as a forward test. So there you go. So, I could see how that goes and see if it stops out or if it continues down as a forward test. But the only way you're going to know the best way to do this is by doing the test, right? So I think you're not doing with your newer method, as you did with your old method, is you went back, you tested it, you determined it to be a good method, and then you went ahead and deployed. So you undeployed the tested method that was making you money. You brought in a new method that is untested. You deployed an untested method, and you're having psychological problems because you're losing money. Well, this is not even a psychological problem. This is a logical problem. This is just a foundational problem. This is a mistake that traders make, right? So, this is just a common thing. Look, I was a drummer for years. I sat down on a drum kit a couple months ago and I was just rusty as hell because it's been like a long time. But
after 10 minutes, you're back into it. Same. I haven't played since I've been in Taiwan. I haven't played drums. I get the itch. I've got to go down the road. There's a music place down the road.
That's what I took my son to. I took my wife and both my kids to Guitar Center, and I had my son sit down on the drums because he's very interested in the drums, which makes me very happy, of course. And I sat down on it and I was like, oh man, it's just rusty. I used to play every single day. I used to play for hours at a time. I was professional grade. So long story short, when I first started, I would, I had like a very simple kit, and I had my cymbals and, just a couple crashes, hi-hat, ride. And when I started adding new toys, like my capabilities would drop for a time because I was trying to incorporate the new, I had the floor tom. Now I got a floor tom, and I want to do with this floor tom. I've got this extra splash. I want to do with the splash.
Like you get the double kick, or you chuck your old kit. Well, me, I chucked my old kit on top of the new one, so I had basically two whole sets into one.
Yeah,
exactly like you. After all, get rid of it and just keep maybe the two big ones on the side, and that's it. Well,
that's it. Yeah,
that's it. Keep it simple.
Have you heard of the drummer El Estepario Siberiano?
Nah, never.
Oh, I'm going to send you a link. This guy's an animal. He's from Spain, and he is a hell of a drummer. Looks like I did the right thing here, by the way. This thing's cool. Yeah, it's getting murked out. But anyway, this guy is an animal, but he does more with just one snare drum and one like tom and like a hi-hat and a crash and a ride. That's all he'll like for some of his videos, he'll do that, and he'll do more on there than most drummers could do with like an amazing kit. And this is perfect for your trading. This is perfect analog in that, or analogy in that you were doing great. You need to clean the board, get back to basics. Now, if you want to use that new methodology, then first of all, you need to develop what that is. It needs to be like you have like 5 indicators on the screen. And it seems as if you are maybe sort of hodgepodge throwing it together. Oh, I've got this directional bias. And if the ADX does this, and there's no specific rules for whatever that is. I'm guessing. I don't know. Yeah. Am I right?
Well, if I'm on the laptop alone, yeah, there's pretty much just guessing, I suppose. Just candlestick in particular.
You try to be a jazz drummer. You're trying to be a jazz drummer. You're just trying to improvise.
Yeah, pretty much.
It doesn't work with trading. There's no jazz in trading.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely.
Trading's like freaking drumline. Trading is straight up, you're in an orchestra and it's got to be this way and perfect, right? Like, now you might not win every time, but you have to follow those same rules, right? Which is why I put this to a stop and why I'm not losing money right now, because I have rules, right?
Yeah.
So that said, I think that's your biggest issue. Now, if you want, we can go back to your screen and we could take a look at which indicators you have, or better yet, do you know how to copy and send me your setup? I can show you how.
Yep. Okay.
You know how to do it or no?
No, I don't. I'll go to the 30-minute again.
Yeah. Go to wherever you're set, like whatever your screen was with all those indicators on it.
Yep.
Okay, now I do have, I've got about 40 minutes. I got about 30 minutes, by the way.
Yep, no dramas. All good.
Say again?
All good. Yeah, all good. No worries.
So you see where this one here, where it says S10 AFFX, like the name of your chart?
No, because I've minimized it all.
Go back to where you can see it. I think if you hit F10, it'll put it back to where you can see it all.
Yeah, that's probably best, because I noticed whenever we did this a certain way that you wanted me to do it, it was hard for me to get it back. All right, so F10. Oh, don't know
that fix it?
And there, no, that was locked. No, everything's all locked on my screen now.
What happened? Here, let's do this. I'm going to unshare, and I'm going to have you share again.
My screen just locked. I don't know what's going on here.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I just looked at the F10. Yeah, it's got a lock button on it.
That's weird.
There you go.
There he is.
Back on.
So go ahead and share your screen, then, if you could.
Okay, share. Yes, this one.
There you go. Okay, now, go ahead and see on the top. Okay, go to the top right where it says USD, the very top right of your screen, and hit that. Not that. Yep. Yeah. Okay. Now go left. Now see that one. Hit that. Not that arrow. Hit that.
This
box. Hit the box.
Yeah.
Okay, that didn't help. Go ahead and unhit that box. Hit that box one more time.
Yeah.
Hit escape. Try. No, don't hit that. Hit escape. There you are.
All right. There you go. Okay. There you go.
Now go to newest layout and hit the down arrow.
Yeah.
That's it. Go to share layout and toggle that. And then do copy link right below that. Or reshare. Go back up, toggle that.
Yep.
hit copy link,
Oh yeah. Yep.
and then send that to me in Telegram if you could.
Okay. Oh, send it in Telegram. Yep.
Mhm.
Okay. This is ours. Yes. Oh, come on.
Let me know once you've. I'm looking right at your Telegram. Actually, I could see it when you send it. Just do a copy paste.
I'm right clicking. It's not letting me.
I do Control V
Control V.
or Command V if you're on Mac.
No, it's not. No. Control V.
Go back and hit copy link once more.
Yeah.
There
Copy
you go.
to
Now
clipboard.
try to paste it or Control V or Command V.
Maybe if I move this. Oh, there you go. See what there you go. It's because that little thing was in the way.
Okay.
Right, paste. There you go.
There he is. Okay. I'm going to copy this. Yeah, I actually have a podcast, but that's not for another 35 minutes, so we'll have time for this. All right, so I'm gonna now go ahead and unshare your screen if you could.
I need to go back to this one. Here.
Okay.
Stop share.
Okay, now I'm going to put your.
Is my share?
It's fine. No, you're good. I'm the one who's sharing at this point. If you look at Zoom, you can see my screen, right?
Yep.
Okay. Now you're only doing this one time frame at a time. Is that correct?
What do you mean?
What I mean by that is, whatever your new method is, are you looking at my screen?
Yes. Yep.
Okay, you can see your method on there, right?
Yep. I can see.
So are you looking at this? Are you doing multi-time frame analysis, or are you only looking at one time frame?
When I'm on the big screen, multi-time frame, but then I actually do separate it every now and then as well. Yeah, I do separate it like we do, as in just do one big one for 30 minutes or 3 hour or whatever. I'll look at it like that. Yep.
Okay, so I'm looking at, because I know how to use ADX. I don't know what the IFT is, but I can guarantee you I'm pretty good at guessing how that works. Yeah. Okay. IFT is going to work a lot like any other stochastic oscillator. Stochastic RSI, I do know how to use the momentum. Let's see, is it stochastic momentum?
Yeah, that one, I'd like to keep that one.
SMI is on the bottom, right?
Yeah,
well, you said your
on the bottom. Yeah.
You said your ADX isn't very useful, right? So let's get rid of it. No, you know what I got to do? I got to make a copy of this before I can manipulate it. So let's say Micko layout. Make a copy.
As far as like rules and being strict and all that, I wish I was as strict as I was at playing poker or casino, going to the casino and stuff like that.
You got to even be more strict than poker and casino.
Mate, I always win and I do well. Mate, got the strict rules. Lose 3 in a row. Catch you later. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. Take the winnings and run. Don't be stupid. No stupid bets. Keep it simple. Bang, bang, bang. Same as when I'm playing poker with the boys and everything else. Got a good track record of winning and everything else. Everyone reckons the casino beats them. Nah, I beat the casino plenty of times. It's just about being strict and everything else. But yeah, comes to trading, I think because it's like on the screen, your money's on the screen, so it's different mentality. Whereas when you got cash on the table, your mind works different.
Well, maybe yours does, but mine doesn't. But that's most people. Most people, it's your mind will work different when we're looking at actual money. Now, let's take a look at your layout here. Now, you said the ADX is not very useful, right?
It's not too bad. I'd probably say the inverse Fisher is probably a little bit less useful, I reckon.
Okay, so get rid of if you're not using the Fisher.
Yep.
We could keep it all here, but we're trying to develop something, right? So,
yep. Okay.
Now, is what you're doing, these are all pretty much the same thing on each time frame, right?
Yes, it's all the same. Yep.
All right. So now, is this tradable on one time frame?
As in the setups?
Yes.
Yeah. It's all works pretty much the same as far as I'm aware of. Yeah.
Okay. So like I could look at one time frame and we could analyze your algorithm based on a one time frame look. Is that correct?
Depends what time frame you're looking at. I'm not too sure exactly what you mean.
Okay, so where do you trade? Do you trade on the 3 minute, the 30, the 3 hour?
I'm generally 3 minutes, 3 minute to 30, 3 hours at the most.
Okay, so let's look at the 3 minute.
Yep. But then I do look at when I'm on the actual laptop and big screen, I do look at the weekly and the daily just to where's the zones basically.
Okay. So how are you using? I know how the ADX works. So you're saying that you just kind of added these on, and there's a question of whether or not they're even useful. I see you also have the SAR on here. Is that what that is?
There's yep.
Yeah. Are you using that?
I actually don't use it. No, I haven't used that for a long. I barely even look at it now, to be quite honest.
We'll take that off.
Notice of it. Yeah.
And now when I take that off, I deleted it, and then I'm going to add it to the entire layout, so the whole layout is the same, right? I assume you're using volume. If you want to get rid of, Fisher or no?
Have you heard of it?
Never heard of it.
Of some of those ones.
No opinion on it.
Get rid of it then. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what I could tell what I'm seeing with it.
What does it look like for you? Any good or which one do you think is better, ADX or the inverse Fisher? Or you reckon get rid of both of them altogether?
Well, ADX is good for volatility. So what you're going to notice is that with the Fisher, as the ADX goes below 20, it's like, let's do this. Let's change ADX to yellow so it can be seen on the screen. I'm going to get rid of DI because I think it's pretty much useless. It just lags so bad. Like the directional indication should be pretty clear.
Yeah, I think the reason why I picked that one is I couldn't actually get the ADX just by itself.
Oh yeah, you just delete the DIs. Okay. Horizontal line. What are you using for are you using? Oh, I see it's already marked out at 20, so I'll make it clear.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So you actually got rid of just the DI. Yeah.
I just got rid of the DI.
Yeah.
And we'll make this. Okay. This will be a clear 20.
I always wondered why it looked different from yours. Yeah.
Yeah. I just got rid of DI.
Yeah.
And then as it crosses above 20, you get more volatile, right? As it starts to slope down, and especially as it goes below 20, you get less volatility. So if you get as your volatility goes above 20, you'll notice that the direction of your stochastic momentum is going to matter, right? Yeah. So for example,
so that kind of works the opposite as.
Let's just get rid of the Fisher for now.
I'll have to work it out by myself.
I can bring it back.
Yep.
What's all these lines? You got the VWAP, volume.
Yeah, the VWAP.
Okay, are you using these EMAs or no?
Yeah, I do use the 5 EMAs.
Okay, we'll keep them on there. Are you using Ichimoku?
Yes, definitely.
We'll keep it on there. So, but let's pay strict attention to this is some stuff that a lot of people don't get. So with the ADX, okay, the ADX is going to matter when it goes above 20. Now I put a blue line, but there actually is a dotted line in there already. Some people use 25, some people use 20, but as the ADX is upward sloping and above 20, this is the area where it's going to make a difference. So from here to here is what you want to pay attention to, right? So what we can do is we can demark this for analytic purposes.
Yep.
From here to here. And then we will go to the rest of the chart. And you'll notice that when this broke above 20, it already had started to move. So the ADX lags, like you and I talked about.
Yeah.
But if you look at your SMI was sloping downward during this period, correct? And it already was sloping downward. So here
started way before. Yep.
And here's where your ADX broke above 20. So you have a downward slope in this area of your SMI, right?
Yeah.
So you know that the probability is almost absolute, but very high, that during this period, you will get a downward move. You will have a downward sloping move, right? And this is what we have on the chart, correct?
Not much, but a little bit, yeah.
But a little bit. So here's what you do with this. This is what I would do with this, okay? I would not worry about any of this on the low time frame. I will go to, say, the 3 hour. So I'm going to apply this to the rest of the layout to simplify. I'm going to go to the 3 hour. I'm going to mark on the ADX my 20. Like I said, it's already here. I could just simply go to the settings, make the level blue, right?
Yep.
So as it crosses above, like let's just look at this example right here. As it crosses above 20, you never know when it's going to peak until it's already peaked, right? So, we know the future in this case. So that doesn't help us to say, oh, well, it ends here, because you don't know when it's going to end when you're trading. But as it crosses 20,
deviations as well, as in like a lower low, lower highs and all that. Do you look at that as well, as in like, oh, okay?
Well, let's keep this really simple for now. Let's just go with the analysis, and then we'll worry about the questions in a minute. Not to be rude, but
No, that's all right. Sorry about that. Yeah.
No, that's all right. I don't mean to sound terse, but
so all good.
We have this cross up above the 20, and we have a sloping up of the ADX.
Mm-hmm.
Now you'll notice here on our SMI, we're in a downward sloping move. You see this?
Yep.
So as the ADX crosses above 20, we have downward sloping SMI. Now it is oversold, but that doesn't matter, right? It's just downward sloping, and you don't even know that it's going to continue down. You don't know anything. You just know that up. Remember, let's use the replay. Well, we can't use replay function in this case, but because of the way your charts are set up, multi-time frame TradingView needs to figure out how to fix this problem. But I'm not going to talk about it. If we use the replay function, it's going to take forever. So you're in a downward slope. You have a pop above 20. You have a pretty good idea. And this is the signal line, by the way, not the SMI, right? We could even, if we really wanted to, we could get rid of this stochastic and overbought, oversold colors. And we could really just stick with the SMI, because that's the greater trend. Now we're testing. We may undo what I just did.
Yep.
We may undo that. But for now, we know it's a downward slope up to this moment. So we could say probability is high that it continues down. Now, we don't know it's going to continue down, but probability is high. You'll have to test this, correct? So you do have that. Yeah. Now, at this moment, do you have all your drawings globally on the chart?
On the NASDAQ, the drawings.
Yeah, they should sync in the layout.
30
Not globally, but just layout.
Probably the 30-minute.
Okay, now we got to fix your... Okay, so check this out. We're going to make it to where these all move at the same time. I'm going to go up to your layout here, and I'm going to have your symbol be the same, crosshair be the same, and I think time has to be the same.
Yeah.
See, now I just click on this, and then I'm going to have to uncheck and check new drawings. Sync globally to new drawings in the layout. And we're going to try to redraw this. Sometimes this is where, there it is. Okay. So now as I move here, watch the rest of the chart. See this?
Yeah.
And then what happens if I move around a lot and I want to find this on the lower time frame? Because lower time frame is, you can move this around quite a lot. It's magnified. If I just go on the higher, like on the 3 hour, and I click right here, it centers it on all the rest of the layouts. Okay.
Yep.
So now this is a little far, like you might have to click a couple of times, but you see now everything is centered. So now back to our theory here, back to our testing this out. ADX actually doesn't cross 20 until about here, right? If we look in our 3 hour, if we re-expand this,
yep,
this is where the ADX crossed 20. Now, it's not going to happen until the candle after, correct?
Yep.
So we have to be conservative and move it to the next candle, because when you're really trading, it's not going to count until the candle closes, right? So we go back out, and let's just move down to the 30-minute chart. Now, the 30-minute chart is going to be in a solid move down, right? And the 30-minute chart, if we are, let's make our 20 be very clear on the ADX. Make it blue. All right. So if we go to our ADX here, we're still, even though like it's in this big giant move, we're still kind of sloping upwards. So we even could refine this to one candle after the cross here. And then we know the future, obviously you see it's heading down, but like all these EMAs and stuff, you may not even need them at that point, right?
Yeah.
And then you could go down, now that we've got, we have a high, like a 3-hour move down based on SMI ADX break. We refined it to even include on the 30-minute. Let's do that way. So I've applied all the indicators to all the layouts, or all the changes I've made have applied to all the different layouts, right? Now on the 30-minute, we've done the same. So now we could go down to our 3-minute, know that we are in a very strong downtrend, but also understand that there are going to be pullbacks, right?
Yeah. So
if that's the case, you may need to look for, either another version of where it crosses up with the SMI sloping down. If it's already in that situation, you could do it, but it's a bit late, right? It's already happened back here. You can't go back in time. Or this would have been lovely, but we're just identifying a trend on the higher time frames, right? So in this case, you look for another scenario where you could just, I would look at it this way. I would look for the SMI to top out down here and then just grab a short right there. And you're in a downtrend. So as long as the 30-minute and the 3-hour all are matching, every time your SMI hits that top, you could be looking for a big trade down. As long as that downtrend still exists. Now I guarantee you right here, just because we know the future, because we can see the future, I can guarantee you that your next SMI top here, that 30-minute is no longer going to be valid. But the 3-hour is still valid because you see it's still in a downtrend. So let's take a look here. We'll change this to blue just to, code it. We could see it. Now, if I go to the 30-minute and I click on the blue on the 3-hour, so it centers on the 30-minute.
Yep.
Now you could see that the SMI is coming out of this oversold area, right?
Starting to work its way up, yeah.
And it does right afterwards. So even though you have like you'll get 3 or 4 really good trades in here, and then you won't be able to see this as necessarily happening, right? You'll lose this trade. But then the conditions will no longer be in play. You see here, after this blue, you'll lose this trade because that's how trend trading works. You get all the trend trades on the way down, but then you lose that last one, and that's how you know, right? And then you let it go. And then you look for the next scenario where the 30-minute pops above. Let's delete this. You look, and these, let's go over here. Now you have another pop above on the 30-minute, right?
Yeah.
On your ADX, pops above 20. See here? And then you have a downward sloping SMI. And lo and behold, with structure up here, you have yourself a nice, beautiful trade heading down, don't you?
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
See, now that's on the 30-minute. That's on the 30-minute, mind you. Now we have to confirm that this is still the case on the 3-hour. So we go to our yellow line. We can hit it on the 5-minute chart, and therefore it will center everywhere else. It's not cooperating on the 3-hour. Oh, it is. It's right here. Now on the 3-hour, it's still, you're still okay on this, right? Like your 3-hour, your SMI is still oversold. It's starting to slope up a little bit, but it's still oversold. It hasn't popped out of the oversold area yet, right? Because that's just the rule that I'm kind of winging. Like, I don't know if that's a good rule or not. I'm just telling you what I recognize. And I've done this for so long that, I kind of know how these work. So you're still oversold. And by the way, by the time you actually see this, that little perk up will not have happened yet, right? That's not until the candle after. So as far as you can tell at that time, these conditions are still in play, even with the downward slope. So you go back to your 3-minute because we've confirmed that the 30-minute is still working. We've confirmed that the 3-hour is still working. And now you have to look for your trade. And your first trade is going to be right here, you have your, this would have been back in time. You got to look for the next pop-up. So you have your next pop-up. It doesn't go below 20 again until all the way over here. Now you're going to want to get greedy and say, I want this trade. And it's the ADX sloped up right here. I could get that trade. Well, no, because you don't know it's going to slope up. You want to wait for it to get below the 20 and then pop up above the 20 again, right? And one candle after that. And then you have to have a downward sloping SMI. In this case, you do. See how it's downward sloping at the time it pops up.
Yeah.
Right. And then you then can use local structure, just like this. And, as they say, Bob's your uncle, another short. And then every time, while these conditions are all met, we don't know that they are, we have to check on the 30, right? But, excuse me, as long as those conditions are met on the 30, you have yourself another trade right there. See? And again, because we know the future, the conditions might technically still be met on all these time frames, and you might get an entry here and lose it. And then you've lost this trade and you know that the game is over, and that's how that works. But so what? Okay. These trades are massive. This is so far now, this is only a test. You got to do this like 200 times. But if you're using local structure and you go short right here, I got to jump off here. If you use local structure, you just enter right as the rules are there, and you have your structure here. So you stop losses above there. These trades are like 3-1, 4-1. So you get two of those, right? Here's another one here. No. Actually, there's one right here. Well, no,
the ADX is below the 20 on that one.
Well, there's two. Yeah, what I was thinking is, after you get that first ADX, like as long as the 30-minute fits, you can grab the SMI tops, like right here where the SMI tops out, and just take those bounces down. You could also get this trade here because the ADX dips below and then comes back up, and you do have that downward slope, so that's a trade as well. Yeah. So you could grab that as well. But there's two ways to enter these trades. I just kind of started to do my thing and do it the way I do it, But you use this local structure here, and
with the 3-1, the bottom one, the SMI is actually sloping up, but the ADX is above the 20. So wouldn't that be a long? The very first one to the left.
This one here. Well, actually, at the time, the SMI was sloping down.
Yeah, the ADX is actually, that's above the 20.
But the ADX is above. What I meant to say. I misspoke. ADX above 20. It crosses above here, right? But this the question here is like
the other one? So it starts slanting up, but it's actually still going down a shitload.
It's still going down.
Yeah,
and you don't know that it's going to start slanting up. At the point that you see this, it's still slanting down. And I can use the replay because we're on your lower time frame. So remember, you have to visualize how it looks for you at the time. And you probably haven't done a lot of indicator back testing because you're more of a price action guy. But look how it looks at the time. See how it looks at the time?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And then I'll just do one more bar. It's just crossed up. You're still sloping down. You see?
Yep. So when would you get out then? When would you know to get out? When would you know when to get out then?
Well, that's going to be how, that's part of what you have to develop. I'd say, we could just test it out. If I hit play.
If you need to go, that's all right. We can go. We could just do it another time if you like. That's fine.
Here's how I would do it. There's a couple ways to handle this, right? Like what you have to do is you have to test and see what works the best.
Yeah.
And the way I would do it, Mick, and I'll tell you the best way. Back test it manually. Everybody wants to use AI. That's fine. At this time, if you back test manually, what you're going to do is, even if you back test with AI, but like this particular trade goes all the way to like 3.5 to 1, right?
Yep.
So what you do is you back test and you see every single trade what the maximum profit is on those trades, right? Like if you could tell the future and you just hit play, right? And you wait until the conditions are no longer in play. And you look at each of these trades, like this trade would have maximized way down here because it went all the way to there, right? And that's like a 4.5 to 1. And then this one to that same area is going to be like a 2.8, 3 to 1, basically, right? Yep. And so what you got to do is you have to figure out what the best risk to reward ratio is and just stick with that. You see? Now, it might be that, gunning all the way for a 4.5 isn't good on these every time. And it might be that if you cut it off sooner, you make more money. But the only way to know that is to test it. Now, there are ways to do this with AI now, right? But you have to develop this first.
Yeah, probably mentally be better to do it by yourself. Yeah.
Oh, you have to. This is okay. So this is the key, and this is where I'll leave you. Like the secret, the dirty secret of Algo Factory, right? The dirty secret of Algo Factory is that, and it's just trading in general. People lose trading. People will lose money at trading for psychological reasons every single time. 100% of the time is psychological. And what that means is that people lose money trading because they don't do the work, right? They'll develop an algorithm. It'll be AI. It'll trade for them, and they'll lose 5 trades in a row, and then they'll quit, right? They're not like you where they'll lose 10 in a row and keep going. And you need to be the guy who can lose 10 in a row and keep going. You need to be the guy with that kind of mentality because you have something that works because you've tested it and you're just on a bad streak. Now, I wouldn't say 10 in a row. You will get 5 or 6 losses in a row every so often. Like a good algo, depending on what kind of algo you have, you'll get 3, 4, 5 losses. It happens, and it happens with perfectly good algos.
It's the name of the game.
It's the name of the game. But here's the thing. When you go back and you test 200 times and you look at like a year or two of history, you're going to see, oh yeah, I get these streaks, right? I'll lose 5 in a row. It doesn't happen often, but it happens. And because you've back tested it, you'll know that and you won't quit. And because you've back tested and you understand like, hey, I've got the numbers here. I know that it works like this. And I know if I just keep doing this, I will be in profit. Then you won't quit and you will do the same thing every single time. Right.
That's why I don't give up even on these bad streaks, because it's like, I know I can do it. I've done it many times before, even brought up from accounts from like $50 left in the account, bring it up to $2,000, then lose it all again. Then go back to 100, then bring it back to $2,000 again. So I've done it before many times. It's just
and I don't mean to talk over you. It's just
stop this shit. That's all.
Yeah. So again, I have to leave like literally in 2 minutes. So I don't mean to be
let you
rude.
go. No, all good.
But I just wanted to like get the concept through that your method that you're doing before that makes money, you've done it like 1,000 times. So you know that it works. So I would just go back and do that. And then this that I developed, I didn't even like, this actually is something I might use. So what I'm going to do is I've saved this. I called it Micko layout. I'm going to share layout. I'm going to copy the link. I'm going to send it to you, and you will now have it in your Telegram. You can open that up. You'll have to make a copy because it won't allow you to manipulate it. Save the copy, and then with this video, what I will do is I can either post it just on YouTube if you're good with it, or I can send you a copy of the video or do it privately or something along those lines. So
I think it's best to send me a copy first, and then I don't know what we talked about privately here and stuff like that. Maybe I could just say, all right, edit this part out from minute 2 to minute 10, and then the rest is all good, something like that.
Yeah, just I'll send it to you. Yeah. I'll post it. That
way I can keep going over what we've done as well, and I can study it a little bit more as well.
Yeah, and you and I can revisit this. Yeah. But what I'll do is I will put this on Vimeo, where I put like the private live labs, and you'll be the only person with a link to it.
Okay. Yep. So you're going to put it in the actual private, the live The private lab. Yep.
Yeah, but even the rest of the private live lab people won't be able to see it.
Oh, okay. Yep. That's all right.
Yeah, it'll just be, you'll be the only person with a link because you have to have a link to see it.
Oh, okay. Yep. No
worries. I'll get this to you later today. And dude, hit me in the background. Like we don't have to always be like this. We can actually talk in the background, even if it's just through Telegram. But tinker with this for a while. I might even tinker myself. And then we can we could rehash it, develop it. And I could show you how to code this and actually create it into as an auto trader as well.
Yeah, because that's actually, I've got to let you go. You need to.
All right, brother.
Yeah, no worries. I'll let you go before I ask more questions. All right, take it easy.
No, we'll just go over this.
Thanks for that.
And when you have questions, hit me in Telegram. We could do this again like next week. Provided that you think that's going to help you the most, right?
Yeah, probably another 2 weeks or something. Let me look at it, study it, work it, take it from
when you're ready, you let me know, Mick.
All right, no worries. All right, thanks for that. Appreciate it very much.
Yeah, good to see you again.
All right, you too, mate.
See you, bro.
I'll let you go. Thanks. Have a good one. Bye.
Ciao.
Bye.